living in America gives me the opportunity to take my music way further than a lot of less fortunate producers and artists.
You think, because I mean, a lot of people in Jamaica, they actually got a lot of these young producers. They got to sit down with a lot of because a lot of major label heads and people, but and some of them even got deals, but it just didn't materialize. So I don't think it's a lack
Yeah,
of opportunity to get
I
it
just
out
look at
there.
it like, the opportunities that I have made me want to create like that. It's a difference when you're heading for a goal and you're just creating music. It's two different things.
But but
You
but
heading for a goal is like, you putting your mind to something and just really working. You having a big studio in Jamaica with, Pro Tools and everything you need in it, and like 5 million artists at your gate every day waiting to get voiced is a totally different story. That you're living in your own world now, because it's just like anything you create, these artists are willing to put songs on with no problem.
But Ricky, you don't think that you're kind of underselling yourself in the sense that the legwork that you put in terms of you were on the radio, you were DJing on the radio, you
Right,
were out there playing music,
right,
you were up in the clubs all the while promoting your stuff, dancing, getting out there. You
right.
understand? You were hitting the road, promoting your thing. You were doing all the groundwork. You were doing a lot of the groundwork to get your name out there. You were one of the first person who was on YouTube pushing your building a fan base on YouTube
Yeah, right.
4 or 5 years ago. So I really think that you're kind of underselling the work that you put in to get. A lot of people figure say, oh, Ricky Blaze just make a beat last year and the song blew up,
Right.
and that is not the case because I've known you for
Oh,
years.
oh, well. Speaking on that level,
Yeah.
where, as far as my career and the way how people perceive me, a lot of people perceive me as, oh, this kid just came out of nowhere and just started producing hits. I've been around for a while. I was playing music. I was a really popular young DJ in the streets, playing alongside, you know, big veteran DJs like, Jagger B and Staley Bashman and Stone Love and these people.
Because
I played alongside tons of these big sound systems. I used to play on Firelinks, Fire Sound Station, whatever sound you want to call it.
right.
And I went out. I was keeping parties at a young age. I was managing Ding Dong. I had a little management company. I was creating flyers. I was doing a whole bunch.
You were doing because I initially knew you as a promoter.
Yeah,
I initially knew
yeah. I was
met
promoting parties every
yeah.
week.
And I remember when you told me that you started, you were DJing. I remember I called up DJ Yanni and I said, "You ever hear about a kid named Ricky Blaze?" And Yanni said to me, "Yeah man, that look at you, that wicked enough. Is a youth for watching a Sherman? Is a youth for watch?" And this was like 4.5 years ago.
Right,
So you were out there putting in the work. So
right.
I'm kind of surprised that you're kind of overlooking that. I don't know if you're being humble or you forget the amount of work that you put in.
I mean, it's not forgetting, but I mean, it just like every day, the further I get in life, it just makes me more humble and like the success that brought me to where I'm at now. I don't really debate on it anymore. I don't really like talk about it or like try to make it reflect who I am today.
No, but you see, the thing is that, okay, I have a problem with that in the sense that now people are going to look at you and just see you as like, oh, this kid that came out of nowhere and was just successful. And I think that kind of hurts the business because the other people coming up now, they don't see the work that you did, the foundation work that
They
you
will
did.
never see it.
They
They will
don't know.
never see
They
it.
don't know the foundation work that you did.
They will never
See,
see it because, like, back to what I was saying earlier, they don't appreciate and they don't respect music.
right,
The new generation now, they don't care. They don't care about Buju Banton. They don't care who's coxing. They
right,
don't care. They don't care. These tip tapping producer kids that just came out the other day. They don't care about Studio One music.
right.
They don't care about Peter Tosh. They don't care about Toots and the Maytals. They don't care about Heptones. They don't know who that is, and they don't care to know. Yeah, those are some old guys that used to sing back in the days. They don't appreciate it.
Well,
So if they don't appreciate that, or them to appreciate me, who is not far from their age group, a 17-year-old kid, and I'm just 22. No matter how much work I put in, they're not going to look at me like, yeah, Ricky Blaze is like an elder for us. He's a kid that we can learn from because he's been through so much in the game, and he knows so much in the game, and he's done a lot to change the game. They're not going to look at it like that. They're just going to look at it like, yo, I could do something better than he can. I probably could make a beat better than he can.
Right. Well, at first, someone in the room said, laughing at the term you use, they're just tip-tapping on the drum, and they really don't love the music. So
yeah, they don't really know what's going on.
So
they don't even know some of the instruments that they're using. They don't know notes. They don't know instruments. They don't know nothing. They just know what they know, and that's what they're good at.
Right.
And that's the reason why I don't let the past reflect on who I am today.
Right.
Because like for instance, I have a friend of mine that everybody's cool with. He's a real cool guy. He has a lot to do with the business, but no one gives him the rightful respect that he needs to get. And he cries about it, and he makes it become a big thing where he's always throwing the success that he's done in the past in people's faces. And that makes people hate him.
Right.
And resent him. They don't want to work with him. They don't want to have no part. And this man has a lot to do with the state of where dancehall is today, why it's still living so much.
Right.
So, just looking in the past, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right now with the young people that we're living with now, and with the people that are going to create music for tomorrow, it doesn't matter what happened a couple years back. If you even notice, they don't even value songs anymore.
Right.
The most a song is hot for, it's 3 months, 2 months span.
Well, you see, but that's it. Okay, right here on E2 here, that's what we try to do here. We pick music and add it to a playlist, because if you look at the as far as the Caribbean music, all the Caribbean stations, you look at in Jamaica, nobody has a playlist of music unless somebody's paying them for it, that they constantly push. And the aim here is that we pick music that says, listen, this is good music, this is powerful music, this is uplifting music. We're not going underneath a woman. We're not going to shoot nobody in them head. You understand?
Right.
We understand that music has to sound good first and foremost. Not because it's preaching a positive message, it's going to get played. No. The first thing it has to do is entertain. First and foremost. Then we take it a step further and say we want music that is good sonically. We want music that teaches people also. And there's time and place for everything. There's a time and place. So here at E2 here, what we try to do is break music. We say, listen, we like that artist, we like what he's dealing with, what he's promoting, and we are going to push that. This is not mortgage radio. This is not immigration radio. This is music radio. This is talk radio about things that are happening and how we can solve problems. We're not just here to criticize. I talk about the cancer in Jamaican music, and the purpose of MRI, Musical Reasoning Interactive, is to take a clinical look at the business and try to cure it. And we see people like you coming out here, doing your thing, making hit songs, selling records, because records not selling. Even John Baker said it the other day, that records is not selling. So him bring forth the hippie boys, as my friend Peter Dean Rickard said, him dress up the slave them and give them to hand for go and blow. But it's working for them. It's working. People are reacting to that. The stuff that you do, it's working. People are reacting to it. Your song, how long it's been out now? Like 4 or 5 months?
Yeah.
Egyptian song has been out close to a year now. So it is gaining traction. It is going places. And we want to say, boy, keep it up. You know what I mean? Keep making the hits. Keep pushing out new artists. But first and foremost, we want to say you push yourself to a certain level where nobody can question your authenticity. Nobody can question your work or your dedication to the music. And I want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for giving us some of your time. And thank you for making the music that you make. And, just keep it up, brethren. And we hope to have you.
I'm here to do that.
We hope to have you in the studio physically at some point. So tell you what.
Definitely. I was just running I did Connecticut University last night, UConn. I performed for their basketball team, like 10,000 kids in like an arena, and the radio station was involved. I did that, and then I left right away from like there. As soon as I was finished performing, I jumped on the highway, went to Albany, did another performance, and I'm back in New York. I just arrived just a while ago, and I'm getting ready to do some studio work today, tomorrow, and then
But Ricky, when your EP drop, I'm extending an invitation to you. When the EP drops on Atlantic, we want you come in the studio with it and we'll talk about it, and we'll play it right here and talk about it and make the people them hear what go on.
Let's do it.
All right?
I'm ready for that.
All right, respect. This is Ricky Blaze. You've been hearing on E-Tone here, Jamaican MRI. My name is Sherman Escoffery. I want to say thank you for joining us. And you said if people want to find out more, they can go to mynameisrickyblaze.com, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Big up yourself.
Thank you, Sherman.
All right, one. Yes, and that was the man called Mr. Ricky Blaze. I hope you enjoyed that conversation and learned something from it and got a better understanding of him. I'm going to run that Egyptian song that he did on the same track. And as I said before, let me know how you feel. If you enjoyed it, if you didn't, let me know. Feedback is very important, and that's what we're here to do on e2onair.com.
Yeah, girl, me want for you all, yo. Put me arms right around you. Can you give me the tightest hold me ever get in my life? Girl, me want for just squeeze you. Put me things all around you. Can you give me the tightest hold me ever get in my life? Me guide them jam, me no care. You take it anytime, anywhere. In the square, so me no fear. Long as I